November 29, 3 p.m. Conflict resolution seminar in this room. Attendance mandatory. You got a conflict with that?
Yeah, I do.
It's resolved. You're going. Item 8. Officer Quinn returns to active duty roster tomorrow. So, Yeager, you'll ride with Ceruto.
Oh, Lieutenant, give me a
Yay!
break. Yeager's got yak breath. I can't ride with him.
So wear a gas mask. Item last on the teletype, we still got the Franklin Avenue flasher. Struck at 2 outdoor weddings and a school picnic so far this month. Male cock, 6'3". Look for tattoos in unusual places. Okay, that's it. And hey, let's be careful out there.
No, let's not. Let's get shot.
Be careful out there.
Handsome Squidward.
We had a 187 at the 7-Eleven on the corner of 4th and Main. 2 Caucasians of the male persuasion put a bullet through the cashier's brain.
What is this song? Is he just going through like the charge sheet from the last shift?
Several miscellaneous crimes. Homicide, arson, robbery, rape. Everybody gets their share. Crime never sleeps, so stay awake. Let's be careful out there.
There just happens to be a piano behind. Of nefarious sorts? What does that even mean? The guy's got a great voice though. I wonder if this guy did Broadway. The song is awful, but this guy's voice is great. I'm sorry, I would listen to this dude sing the phone book. His voice is amazing. Can we get more of him? Okay, that was great. I mean, the song was awful, but he was great. I need to find out who he is, man. Who is this asshole?
Captain, look at this guy. Found this on the front door this morning.
I'll get a squad from Metro to handle it.
And my kids. I need them covered to and from school.
You got it.
Say, Alice is shook. The kids know something's wrong.
Johnny, from now on, you're going to have a security blanket over
Oh,
you
that
and
tribal
your family.
shirt is awful.
But what about around here?
Meaning what?
Meaning I don't know what's harder to take. A threat like this or the crap I get from these other guys.
Well, that part we had to expect.
Doesn't it
You didn't warn him about
You're going to
that.
have to tough it out. You give in to it, they got you beat.
Ralph, can we talk for a second?
We didn't have anything to say to each other.
I think you got a wrong notion about what happened out there.
I don't think so.
Ralph, I gotta tell you, I've gone over it a million times, and there is no way I could have reacted any differently.
So that's it? In your mind, your conscience is clear?
If I could have taken the bullet instead of Vicky, believe me, I would have.
Fine. Anything else?
No, I guess not.
It's really not this bad. Like, my uncle is a cop and he worked internal affairs. The reality is, if a cop is just straight dirty, it makes it worse for cops. It makes it harder for them to do their job. So they don't want a cop who's gonna shoot somebody. They don't want that. Not then, not now. So they're not gonna act like this in a whistleblower situation. Like, if your partner just murdered somebody outright and you're saying, yeah, they murdered them, they're not going to be like this with you. It's different if it's like a gray situation, you know, and it's going to possibly impact their safety. That's not this. So they wouldn't behave like this in reality. Especially in today's climate, when you have cops, especially when it is a white cop and a black cop and it's making the black community turn on them. Yeah, it's not like that.
If there's any justice, the state can trade us through. I'll see to it. Whatever happened to loyalty? Has it become just a thing of the past? What kind of world?
Most cops are what they call go along to get along cops. Cops who just keep their head down, do what they need to do to put their time in and get their pension. So they don't want cops like that are going to bring a lot of attention and make it harder for them to do their jobs.
Ray, would you come in here, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sit down, Ray. What is this?
It's my letter of resignation.
Why?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Because he has a crush on you.
That's not an option. Are you in some kind of trouble?
Yes.
Then I absolutely insist you tell me what it is.
A journalist by the name of Lyle Barry is doing a piece on gays in city government, and I'm
that's
being
fucked up.
prominently featured.
I don't think your resignation is going to stop him from writing his story.
No, but what I'm going to have to go through is hard enough without having to worry about being a political liability to you.
You're not.
Yeah, this is during Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
I appreciate your loyalty, Your Honor, but we both know there's a lot of homophobia out there, and your political agenda is too important to be compromised by me. I'm going to have to weather this alone.
You are my trusted employee, and you are my friend. We'll weather this together.
How did she go from being crooked to being an ally to the gay community to being this sweet, really nice lady? Like, she's had a great character arc. Like, this is awesome.
Defendants are under the impression that I, as their attorney, will do a better job if I think they're innocent. I can assure you that they're wrong. Having said this, I want you to tell me exactly what happened in that
Did he
meeting.
just say he does a better job when he knows people are guilty?
You want to know now, Sid?
Well, now is when I'm preparing to go to trial. I need to know whether to put you on the stand or not. I need to know
No!
the format
Don't
of
put him on the
questions.
stand. He gonna perjure himself and
Vincent,
lose
don't
his
tie
temper.
my hands. I shouldn't have to remind you that you have absolute privilege in here.
Yes, he shot
All right,
him.
here's what happened. Once it was clear to me that Officers Gaines and Rolfs had made serious errors in effecting the arrest, I went into the house and instructed Detective Potts to stand Tyrone up. I unholstered my 9mm and put 3 rounds into his heart.
Did you have any reason to believe that either you or Officer Potts were in any physical danger at the time?
No.
No, I did not.
Did you have any reason to believe that Mr. Weeks was about to escape?
No, I did not.
No.
Then why did you do it?
The guy murdered
Because he was going to
a
get
cop.
away.
I didn't want him to get away with it.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it.
He's
This
garbage.
is your basic Valley Ranch. 2 exits. One on the front, the other north of the rear.
Any children?
Rachel, 7. Alan, 6. Wife, Alice, 30 years old. She drives a second family car. Silver 89 Tercel. She works 3 days a week in a beauty parlor. Studio City. I want a unit to go with her. Any questions? Good.
Hey guys, how you doing? Thanks for my flowers.
There she is. How you doing?
Good, Frank. How you been?
Who's back?
Hey, Joe. Listen, thanks for your card.
Hey, thigh move, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. What do you
Don't
think?
give
Come on,
your
let's see.
dreams.
Let's see. You got that right. Come on, you know you missed us. Minute.
Ow.
Come on.
I missed you.
Ah, you all salty.
Bye. Oh, paper, my favorite thing.
Vicky, how you doing?
Go away, creeper.
What's this?
I don't know. What does it say?
Welcome.
She's married. You're gross.
Thanks, Andy.
What makes
It's
you
called
think it was me?
boundaries.
It was me.
Bye.
Hi.
Hiya.
How's it feeling?
It feels fine.
You sure?
So far.
We should have taken another comp day.
Ralph,
Well, he's stuck to a desk.
I told you, I feel fine.
But maybe you ought to talk to Hollander. Tell him you'd be better off with a new assignment just for a while.
Going back out on the streets with my partner. That's what I'm doing, Ralph.
All right. Might want to eat that before it melts all over your fingers.
Come, Mr. Barry. Let us reason together. Have a seat.
Thank you, Your Honor.
My personal assistant, Mr. Rodbart, has given me his letter of resignation. And when I asked him why, he said it was because you were going to expose his homosexuality. I believe the term is outing.
That's correct.
I was hoping I could impose upon your goodwill by asking you not to do it.
We're trying to give gays in the community positive role models to identify with.
But what if someone doesn't want to be a role model? What if someone simply wishes to have his or her private life remain private?
The gay community is fighting a war, Your Honor. A war that
But
we're losing.
why?
And
No,
we've got to
no,
turn
no,
that around.
no.
That means a few
Outing someone
casualties.
against their... No,
Okay.
you're a douchebag. Outing someone against their will does not give gays positive role
I
models,
understand you've been
especially if
living
it
with a man
destroys their
named
life.
Esteban Santiago. How long has it been now?
8 years.
8 years. That's wonderful. He came here from Chile 9 years ago on a student
And he's
visa.
illegal.
Just never left. He's worked the past 6 years as a designer and builder of fine furniture. Never filed a state or federal tax return. Never got a green card. Mr. Barry, if I pick up that phone, the INS and the IRS will see to it that he's kicked out and never returns.
That's blackmail.
Yes.
You have
How
no
is it
right to
different
dig
than
into
what
my
you're
private
doing
life.
it?
No more right than you have to dig into Mr. Rodbart's private life. Now, you listen to me, mister, and you listen good. If you want your private life to remain private, you will cease and desist with any plans to write about Ray Rodbart. Is that clear?
All of them. You don't out anybody.
Yes, what?
Yes, Your Honor.
Damn.
Good.
I told
Get
you
out.
she was a boss bitch.
Mama, I'm scared.
Take her back in the house. I'm gonna call for help.
Wow, we're gonna have the racism talk while there's a cross burning on our lawn.
Is more than wood. They cut it from the auction block where they sold our dignity. 100 years ago, they fought a war to set us free. Now we're free to take their charity. We're free to smile like fools. We're free to fight the war they make. Free to fail their schools. Crosses, burning crosses, turning freedom's light into fear. But it's not gonna happen here. The mother of your grandmother stood across the sea and watched her family disappear on ships of slavery. Your father's fathers broke their backs in fields of black despair. Their skin was cracked and red with blood, just like that cross out there. Crosses, burning crosses, turning freedom's light into fear. But it's not gonna happen here.
Like, where are the cops, the fire department? Nobody?
Let's hear it.
I'm going to get coffee, sir. We didn't want to disturb Officer Potts or his family. There was a convenience store nearby. I was there and back in 20 minutes.
And where were you?
Officer Gilroy and myself had observed what we thought was a suspicious vehicle in the area. At the time of the incident, we were approximately 2 blocks away, questioning the driver.
And you?
I was covering the rear perimeter, sir.
All right, now I'm gonna make this as simple as I can. If there's anything you don't understand, I want you to stop me and I'll explain it. You will remain on the detail assigned to Officer Potts' home. Your dereliction of duty will be officially noted, and should there be a repeat of the incident like the one we had last night, I will hold you all personally responsible. That's it.
Hey, Donnie. What are you doing here? I heard what happened.
So you heard what happened. So what?
Look, all I'm here to say is this. If anybody ever threatens you or threatens your family, I want you to call me. Because I will be there, and I will be there packing.
You're some piece of work, you know that? You didn't ask me nothing. You didn't tell me nothing. You just killed him. He was as much my prisoner as he was yours, right?
It's got nothing to do with this.
It does,
It's got
though.
everything to do with this. What you did in that room turned my entire life upside down. My family is threatened, man. And they're threatened because of you. Tell me why you'd be the one that I call.
Because I'm the one who'll come through for you. When it's
That's
life
so
or death,
fucked
I'm
up.
the one who laid on the line. I think you know that about me, Donnie.
But it shouldn't have to be Dirty Harry who comes to his rescue from other fucking cops. Is he
How's
fucking
the time?
following her? Oh shit.
It's okay.
You know, if I'd just been quicker, I could have probably stopped the bleeding.
Oh, you could have, huh?
Yeah. By applying very firm pressure to the affected upper thigh area with my hand. How high up is it anyway?
That's for me to know.
And me to find out, all right.
Andy.
We'll get started in a minute.
Great. Great.
Yeah, handsome
I think we
Squidward's
ever met.
not her
Joe
type.
Gaines, how do
He's
you
too
do?
honest.
And you are?
Trish Vaughn.
Trish. Tell me you're a lawyer.
I'm a lawyer.
Wow. You know, for sure I would have thought you were a model. Yeah, I know it sounds like a line or something, but if I saw you on the street, that's exactly what I would have figured. You've been
Sorry,
a model,
dude.
right?
You're not her type.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
I asked you if you had ever been a model.
No.
One more question.
What's that?
What time do you get off work?
Oh my god,
As I
stop
like to
being
take you out
such a
to dinner.
pick-me.
Mr. Gaines.
Joe, please. Joe.
Okay, Joe.
Wherever you want to go, you just pick the spot.
I don't want to be rude, Joe, but I am going to be direct. I'm not attracted to you, physically or intellectually, and I'm not interested in getting to know you. That means that the thought of spending any more time with you than my job requires has absolutely no appeal.
Officer Gaines. Sidney Whites. How do you do?
Hi.
Well, thanks for coming in.
To tell you the truth, I'd like to see LaRusso walk away from this thing.
Well, he knows you're under subpoena. In fact, he was very grateful that you agreed to come in and see us. Can I, ask you just a few questions?
Sure.
You were one of the officers who arrested Tyrone Weeks. That is right, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Were you the officer that handcuffed him?
Yes, I was.
Is it your contention that you handcuffed him properly?
Mr. Whites, I do know how to put on a pair of handcuffs.
Forgive me, officer. I asked the question only because you managed to make so many mistakes. It calls in question your competence as a police officer.
Oh, yeah? Well, I don't mean any disrespect or anything, but I think my commanding officer's a better judge than you are.
Your
That.
commanding officer busted you from plainclothes narcotics to uniform patrol.
Look, Mr. Whites, I was kind of excited.
Would you admit, sir, that if you had in fact been negligent in securing this prisoner's handcuffs, that you would have also been responsible for endangering the lives of
Hey,
detectives?
there's no
LaRusso
way
and
he could have
Potts?
gotten out of those cuffs. No possible way.
Perhaps in your excitement, you forgot to handcuff him
Hey,
altogether.
hey. You know what? I am not the idiot you're trying to make me out to be. I'm a cop. Now, I may be young, but I'm also a professional, and I do know my job. Now, part of my job is to pay attention to stuff, to write stuff down, to remember stuff. That's what I do, and that's exactly what I did.
I've got over 1,800 cars in this garage, Ace. You don't remember the level, you don't remember the section.
I'm sorry.
Well, they got a different color for every level. We got 9 levels.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry too, man. I just can't write up and down all 9 levels right now.
It's all right. I'll find it. Thanks.
Hey, maybe when some of the guys get back from lunch, I'll come back down.
Guess it's just not my day.
What do you do anyway?
I'm a cop. Mom always told me, be nice to strangers. Look on the bright side, keep my nose clean. Said every cloud's got a silver lining. How come they're always raining on me?
Is that his car? No.
Maybe I'm slow, but I know what I know.
He's not slow. He's just way too nice for his own good.
And if I came on just a
And who hasn't lost their car in a parking garage?
my recipe. 'Cause when life gives me lemons, I make lemonade. Ooh, I got it made in the shade. I'm okay. When the going gets tough, I'm okay.
Right? Remember your location.
Stuff, I'm okay. I'm gonna make my day, and I keep getting
It's always something I said or something I did, but somebody's always mad. I try to make friends, but something offends. Everything turns out bad. But it's all
How is the whole level empty?
just before dawn. Maybe that's why I'm feeling so strong. I'm okay. When the going gets rough, I'm okay. I'm gonna strut my stuff, I'm okay. It's my lucky day, and I keep getting better.
The fact that he's willing to do this much footwork to find his own car kind of gives you an indication that, like, this kind of a beat cop would put in a lot of footwork. He doesn't have his keys. Just, you're a cop. Jerry rig it. Just. This is gonna go very, very, very badly. Are they at a motel? Oh my god. Bad. This is so bad. Sorry, but this is her fault. The moment he made a move on her, he should have gotten another partner.
You shoot us!
Stop it, will you?
Which one?
What do you want me to say? I'm sorry, all right? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What do you expect when a man thinks his wife's in a sack with some other guy? How is he supposed to act?
After this, I don't know what to expect.
Maybe I'm wrong about today, but I'm not wrong about what's going on between you two.
Andy and I have never touched each other, okay? Shame on you for making me say it, for not just knowing.
Vicky, look at me.
Oh.
No, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. If you can look me in the eye and tell me you don't love him and you don't want him, look me straight in the eye and say it, I'll believe you.
And she can't.
I don't love him. Damn you, and I don't want him.
So then why haven't you shut down his advances?
You're a liar.
Time magazine wants to do an interview.
Great.
Plus, the gun and mercenary magazines have all been asking, but I don't want you going anywhere near them.
No, agreed.
Valerie, why don't you fly that idea of yours up the flagpole?
It would be in the nature of a staged event, okay? And what I'm thinking about, and it really is just a thought, is setting up an opportunity for Vincent to intercede.
Vincent's in a store. Guy walks in. He's our guy. Pulls a gun, announces a robbery. Vincent LaRusso, unarmed, no backup, no nothing, intercedes, causing an armed and dangerous criminal to avoid his robbery attempt and escape out the back door. What do you think?
What happens if an armed civilian does it?
No.
What
Someone
about if
could
we
get
put
hurt.
a little child in a deep hole, and then you can get them out?
What? No!
Are you nuts?
Anything else?
Yeah. There's a convention of bail bondsmen in L.A. this week. Tonight's scheduled speaker crapped out on him. I mentioned your name, they went wild.
Cops don't like bail bondsmen.
What do I have to do? Shake a few hands, you eat the prime rib, be an inspiration to everybody. In anticipation, we prepared a few extemporaneous remarks for you. This stinks.
Vincent, I feel very strongly that you should do this.
Okay, but I come up with my own words.
Fine. Kevin?
Terrific. Valerie Onward.
I promised Vicky I'd stay out of this, Ralph. But you want to tell me what the hell that was all about yesterday? It was a mistake. A mistake? You bust into a room with your weapon out, you could have killed someone. And all you can say is it was a mistake.
What do you want me to say?
How about for openers, I'm sorry?
Why? You've been trying to get in his wife's pants.
I'm sorry doesn't cut it. How about I want to know I am not going to get my head blown off by my partner's husband?
I'll send you a signed letter.
Hey, Ralph, don't walk away from me. We got a serious problem here.
You stay the hell away from my wife. We don't have no problem.
She's my partner. That's all she is. Anything else you think is going on is in your head.
You know what I think? I think you see a pretty young woman who's married to a middle-aged, overweight cop, and you figure, oh, what the hell? I'd like a piece of that.
That's crazy.
Now, what's crazy is you thinking I don't know what's going on between you and my wife.
I can't talk to you, Ralph.
Then get the hell out of my face!
Yeah. Okay.
You have made multiple moves on her. He heard you tell her you wanted more. And you guys keep acting like he's crazy. Such bullshit. Such gaslighting.
Lyle Barry called me. There's not going to be any article.
I'm glad to hear it.
I can't thank you enough.
There's no need. Loyalty cuts both ways.
Will you be wanting me to stay, Your Honor?
No. I'm just waiting for Chief Kendrick to pick me up. Where are you off to?
Birthday theme party. What do you think?
Look like you're going to a
It's
rodeo.
very authentic.
Thank you.
Have a good evening, Ray.
Thank you, Mayor.
How did she end up being the best character on the show?
Chief?
Louise, I'm going to confide in you a suspicion I've been harboring for some time now that I haven't shared with anyone else.
I think he's gay.
I think that boy's as queer as a $3 bill.
This man, Vince LaRusso, is one tough monkey. He's so tough, he smokes in bed, face down. Vince LaRusso is so tough, his shadow killed a dog. Vince, what a guy. For 14 years, he's been on the front lines, and he's been locking up bad guys by the boxcar. Well, that may not count much for the big shots in this city, or to the ACLU, the American Criminals Liberty Union.
Why is it when a cop does something bad, they're like, oh, it doesn't matter that he caught a lot of criminals.
They're going to make this guy stand trial.
Yeah,
whatever
he shot
happens,
someone in cold blood.
He's going to come out of it okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Vince LaRusso, come on up here, Vince.
You also have to remember this is a time frame of Rodney King and the LA riots. So cops didn't have a great image with the black community, the minority community, the gay community.
I
But
was
they had a great
approached by
image with
these
white
very
people.
attractive girls who wanted to show their admiration for you their way. Ladies and gentlemen, Brenda and the Bus Monsters.
The Bus Monsters? Is this a female hair band? Is this a Badge Bunny band? Every week, I thought it was gonna. I thought we were gonna get through an episode without something hyper offensive, and I was wrong. Fuck. It is a song encouraging cops to just shoot people. Oh. No. Oh. It's a Dirty Harry tribute song. Fuck off. Oh, God. Tough love is not shooting someone. This is, oh God. Don't go ahead, girl. It's like they cannot end the episode without massive offense.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Hey, you girls were great. I'd like to thank everybody for inviting me here tonight. Being that you're bail bondsmen, you're all ass deep in the criminal justice system, and you know like I know what it's like out there. And you know like I know it wasn't always like this. I mean, it used to be that an ordinary working stiff could live in a neighborhood where he felt safe. His kids could go to school where they felt safe. We might have lived from one paycheck to the next, but we had beautiful parks and beautiful streets. Life wasn't so bad. So what happened? How come it's not like that anymore? How come now we all stay out of the parks and off the streets, and we put deadbolt locks on our doors, and everybody knows somebody who's been stabbed or shot or beaten or killed? What happened? What happened was we flinched. We made getting arrested into a game, and if you knew how to play, you could be out on the streets in no time. That individual who I have to stand trial for killing murdered a police officer. That same day, he was arrested for running a crack house, and he was released without bail. What the hell are we doing? What kind of world have we created? The criminals control the courts, the criminals control the prisons, and the criminals control the streets. And why? Because we let them. Well, folks, not me. I'm a cop. I won't let them.
But that doesn't mean you get to murder them.
The individual I killed was not going to get to his gun. He was not going to get away because I wouldn't let him.
This is the problem. When
And
you
he might
put
put me
people
in
on
prison,
speaking
but
tours, he keeps admitting he
Doesn't
murdered
change
him.
anything.
The
I did
why
what a
doesn't
cop should
matter.
do. I held
When
my
you're a
ground,
police
and as
officer-
much as one man could, I tried to make the city a little safer.
Murder is murder.
I stood up for people who live here.
If it wasn't self-defense,
Now
it's
I gotta
murder.
hope they're gonna stand up for me.
All right, so like I said, every week it gets weirder and weirder, but and they can't end it on a positive note. They don't know how. So, yeah, I don't even know what to say. I think the thing that frustrates me the most about this episode is the gaslighting of the CSI. Like, you trying to pretend like you are not having an emotional affair. You're having an emotional affair. Maybe they didn't have that term back then. They didn't call it that, but like 100%, you're having an emotional affair. And both of you, especially the guy, pretending like he's not making moves, like, oh, we're not doing anything. Dude, you admit you told her that you were in love with her and that you wanted more than her to be your partner. So it doesn't matter if you don't think that he heard that. You can't continue to sit there and act like he's an idiot. Clearly at this point he knows. If you give a shit about her at all, you would remove yourself from the situation. You've already blown her fucking marriage up. Like, if you were thinking, oh, great, now he's going to divorce her and I have a shot, that's not someone who gives a shit about someone. Like, at all. And she can sit there and be like, oh, I don't have feelings for him. But if you didn't have any feelings for him, the moment he hit on you, you would have gotten a new fucking partner. That's the only way to truly shut it down. So it's her fault. This entire situation is her fault. If she really and truly gave a shit about her marriage, she would have asked for a new partner the first time he hit on her. But she didn't shut it down. She kept entertaining it until it turned into a full-blown emotional affair, until the man is telling her, I'm in love with you, I want more out of this, I want it to be more than a partnership. And then she still doesn't shut it down. She still comes back, and then she tells her husband, oh, you're crazy. Oh, there's nothing going on. Oh, no, you're an idiot. No, she's in the wrong. This is 100% on her. And I already know they're going to paint it out like he's crazy, and they're going to have their marriage fall apart, and then they're going to have her end up with him. And it's fucked up. He didn't do anything. Like, yeah, he's not handling the situation right, but it's her. This is her. And it's messed up because they're making the poor guy out to be like he's crazy. They're gaslighting him and making it out to be like he's wrong. And I think that's the worst part of this whole episode, is the way they're portraying him. So if you want to see more craziness, oh, and who thought that the mayor was going to have such a great character arc? Turned out to be an ally. She is probably the best character on the show. She's one of the greatest characters, and she's next to the captain, she's the best. Like, she's one of the most moral and best characters on the show. So who knew she was gonna go from being corrupt to being a good ally, seemingly a good girlfriend? So who knew? So if you want to see more, like, subscribe, join us next week. We'll see if I'm correct. They're gonna blow up her marriage and blame him and his jealousy, which is 100% deserved. He's not jealous if they're actually fucking around. It may be an emotional affair, but still. So I'll see you next week. Bye.